Hello, welcome to Sunset Studios. Today we are going to make a dump truck with hearts falling out of it. I'd made two, one in red, just because I thought it would be fun to see the different colors and to show you that your dump truck can be any color you like. I used an oval shaped rock. This one is a little more triangular, the one I'm going to use, but either one will work. So our first step is to get out our pencil and we are going to sketch the truck. Okay, the first step I like to start with is drawing the wheels. So I'm going to do some nice big round wheels and I'm going to basically connect them with a line. Okay, and then I'm going to go out the front. This is a little more complicated than some of the other designs we've done, but still very doable. So hang in there. Okay, so we're basically making the front. Then we're going to go up and make the cab part of the truck. All right, and I'm going to go down. Then I'm going to make sort of the flat part there. And then comes the actual part that moves, the dump part. Okay, and it's really just a rectangle. Whoops. And it's got, this particular one has sort of, almost looks like a handle coming off of it. And then I'm just going to finish this line so that these two meet. And then we have, this comes out like that. Okay, that is a good first step. The other thing we like to do is make our window and the door underneath. And of course, I forgot to do this, but we've got to have that line around the wheel. And we'll put a little light on the front along with the fender. Okay, and yeah, that should be fine. Maybe a little light back there. Okay, and then of course we need hearts. So I like to make hearts that are sticking out of the truck, that aren't, the bottom part's cut off because it's inside the truck. And then I like to make a heart above, and maybe one is kind of falling out like that. And then I'm just going to sprinkle hearts all around. So you get the idea. Whoops. That is not a good heart. So I take my eraser. The only reason I have a separate eraser is I like to keep that flat and smooth. I don't like to use that one in case I ever need it for making dots on rocks. So basically I'm just going to have hearts falling. And again, the hearts can be pretty rough in your design, right? Some of those aren't the best shaped, but I can go back and fix those as we move along. Okay, I'm gonna get my paint ready. Okay, I've decided that I'm going to make this truck green, a dark green, because I've done a blue and a red, and why not? Okay, and the funny thing about when you paint your truck is that you're going over all the nice lines filled with details that you've just done. So that's okay. The reason you do that is just to get a sense of where things will go. So in your brain, believe it or not, it helps you not forget little details. But it does get covered, and that's okay. I'm just going to show you a little more. I'm going to paint all around the cab. And again, of course, I will need another coat of green, but some of you may think this will look a little Christmassy with the green and the red, but I think it's going to be fine. And there's lots of trucks like this that are green, so I like that. But again, you can use your imagination and do whatever color you like. Okay, I'm going to continue and finish this whole part painting it green. Next, I'm going to paint the wheels black, and I'm going to just do around I think I'm not going to do the entire wheel because I know that inside of the wheel it will be gray. And I did forget to draw my pencil line, so I'm just going to paint basically where around it so that I know to leave space for the gray that I'll put in. Okay, and I will neaten that up when I dry the paint. So again, just around the outside edge for the wheel. Okay, fix that a little bit, there. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean my brush and start on the gray, which goes inside. I mean, I could dry the black, you know, that's probably a smarter way to go, but just in the interest of showing you, I'm going to just give you the idea. And again, when I dry things, some of you may wonder, what am I using? I'm using just a regular hair dryer, which just speeds along the process. Of course, you can just let it dry on its own, and you can be working on several rocks at a time. By the way, if you make any rock from watching any of my videos, please, please, please post a picture in the comments, as I would love to see what people are doing. Okay, I'm gonna dry these and probably do one more coat. Okay, I've gone over the black and the gray with an extra coat, and I even did a third coat on the green because it did look like it needed it. So now my next step is I'm going to do the hearts, and I'm just going to get my colors ready since I sort of forgot. And you can do obviously any color you like for the hearts. I'm going to do red, dark pink, and a pretty light purple. I could also do a lighter pink, but I'll start with a dark pink. And you could have all the hearts being a different color, whatever you like. I'm probably just going to stick to these three colors. So I'm going to pick another heart to do the same color since I have it on my brush already. And that's good. Okay, and now I'll switch colors. I'll do a red. Of course, I like the red right here in the center. Okay, and I like a red maybe here. And maybe one more red. Kind of falling over here. Oops. And then I'm going to do purple. I like the purple falling out here. And I'll do a purple up here. And again, the purple's pretty light, so it will definitely need a few coats. And maybe one more purple down here. Okay. And I have two more hearts. So let's see, I think I'll do a light pink, which is really thick. Oh, shoot. Sometimes my paint gets clogged up and it's a little bit of a pain, but I can take it right from the cap, so that works out. This paint is a little different than my other paint because it's a multi-surface paint. It's called Folk Art, and it's nice. It takes longer to dry, but you don't need as many coats. But anyway, okay, that's good. Okay, now I'm going to dry my hearts and probably give them another coat. Okay, we're getting towards the end. I've given my hearts an extra coat. Let me just show you up close. So I think they look pretty good. And now I need to just, take a black pen and start outlining all the pencil lines that I made. Okay, I'm not going to show you this entire process, but I will get it started here. And I like to move around because certain spots I can't see as well, and I'd have to turn the rock and then you wouldn't see. Oops. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm just going over all the lines, and I'm going to go around the cab, even going to go inside to show the window. All right, and I'm going to keep going, and I will show you some of the details when okay. So I've done the black outline, and I want to show you how I outlined even the hearts. I threw some straight lines along the top part of this dump truck just to make it look a little more detailed. I put the lines around the wheels and made a little, I had forgotten to do the gray for the fender and a light. And I even made the little door with the door handle. Okay, it's the same as what I basically did on the other rocks. Okay, the only thing I want to show you real quick is the wheels. I went ahead and I did the black in the middle of the gray for the wheel. Now I want to show you how to do like with a pencil, just the detail of the, you know, the other dots, okay? So there's going to be 6 total. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking my pencil point and I dipped it in white because it's going to make a very small, oh no, whoopsie, that was silly. I didn't mean to dip it in white, I meant to dip it in black. Okay, there we go. I switched it, I just wiped it off, and I'm going to do a dot above, a dot below, and then I'm going to dip again. If I feel like I have a little too much, I can just wipe a little off. And then I'm going to do 2 more, just as evenly spread out as I can. And again, that's that. And then I'm going to do it on the other side. I'm going to do above, below, 2, 1, 2, and to the other side. 1, oopsie, 2. Okay, so that one's a little big, that one dot, so I can go back at the end and just use a little gray paint once it dries and make it a little bit smaller. Not a big deal. Or I can not bother, whichever. Okay, my next and final step is going to be to take my small brush, and we're going to add a few of the lines along the truck to show a little shadow, a little dirt, you know, the shape of the wheel. So again, very lightly, I'm going to kind of make some of these lines. They're just subtle. And again, if you don't want to do this part, you do not have to. It's up to you. I kind of like it, but again, sometimes what I do is I go back, and if I feel like a line is too thick, I'll thin it out by using the green. Okay, so here I'm going to do it around the wheel to make it look a little more three-dimensional. There we go. And a couple more lines. Let's see. I can do one here and here. Maybe do one here. Okay, and oh, one more spot. I don't want to forget the hearts. So they're gonna have a little line all on the same place. So on their left side, just an itty bitty bit of white. Okay, and I will show you this up close because I know it's hard to see, but just so you get the idea. And again, this is not necessary, but I think it's kind of nice. Okay, so that's how it looks at the end. Our dump truck is done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please post a picture in the comments or give me suggestions or ideas of another video you might like to see. The next video, I'm not sure what we'll do, something different. But again, I'm going to keep along the Valentine's theme for another week or so that you can make some gifts if you'd like. Again, this dump truck, it could be filled with flowers for the spring. So it's flexible. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you is if you didn't want to do a dump truck, you could do a slightly different version. And this is a monster truck. And really the only difference is the truck bed part doesn't dump up, right? Just comes straight. And your wheels have these spiky points. So bumpy points, I guess is a better description. Okay, so you could make that instead with the heart. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share with your friends. Take care.